To January 2020, we're thinking about perhaps the decisions we've been making along the way. Maybe this year is going to be the year that we focus on ourselves and do things that are truly good for us. Invest in ourselves. One of the best ways to do it is with Mr. Andrew Lessman's incredible line of vitamins and supplements. We have a few monthly specials that we get to share with you, and I'm thrilled to say that Andrew is joining us live via the telephone right now. Andrew, Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm great, Adam. Happy New Year. I'm I'm in Newport Beach, California, celebrating my dad's 90th birthday.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday to your dad. That's 90 years old.
90 years old, as I just said to him, 9/10 of a century.
That's an amazing day. Oh, Andrew, thank you for taking the time out for us.
Oh, no problem. And the ultimate testimonial, he said to me, you know, I'm not sure if I'd still be here if I weren't taking your vitamins.
We couldn't ask for any more. That's a perfect testimonial. I love it. How's his hair, skin, and nails looking, Andrew?
They're lovely. He's taking his hair, skin, and nails, of course. And in fact, I said to him tonight, I said, it's amazing. You still have hair at 90 years of age. So, no, it's a wonderful thing to be able to celebrate. I'm very lucky.
Well, I'm thrilled for you and the family, and thank you for spending this moment with us. Because, Andrew, you've actually put together a fabulous array of some monthly specials for us.
Yeah, because so many of us, at the beginning of the year, we think of trying to perhaps be the best we can in many ways. We think about fitness regimes. We think about maybe changing our diet a bit. But a lot of us want to look our very best. And when it comes to that, that's our healthy hair, skin, and nails. It's the most comprehensive and fundamental product that goes to the way our body engages in its most intensive manufacturing process, and that's manufacturing our hair, skin, and nails. That's part of the biggest system in our body. They grow every day of our life, so it's a very intensive, very demanding process. And it has very specific requirements, and that's what our healthy hair, skin, and nails delivers.
Well, let me take everybody through the pricing, because a great day to be able to do it, a great month to be able to invest in yourself, 61, 22, 40, or a 360. Please look at how affordable this is at 360 caps, $54.90, $35 savings. You know, you could talk about this being perhaps the biggest reviewed product of all time on HSN. We're looking at 6,000 reviews, Andrew.
I believe it is. It has the most 5-star reviews. It's the most reviewed product, and it works. And one of the questions I'm always asked: all the reviews are validated.
Yes.
We don't remove the bad reviews. So unlike some of those crazy sites out there where the reviews are clearly questionable,
right,
these reviews are reviews you can trust. I mean, if you just look at them and you see how much time someone put into sharing the information that they share,
yeah,
you know that these are very real reviews and heartfelt reviews and very passionate reviews. And the product is designed to work. I created this product over 20 years ago, and over the course of 20 years, the only thing I've done is constantly and consistently improve it as science or new ingredients have allowed me to do so.
Well, Andrew, I'm just actually opened up one of the caps so everybody can see. It's an ultra fine powder that is easy on your stomach. It's a pleasure to take. And obviously, you know, we talk about seeing a difference. It doesn't take long for this to get to work.
Well, it works quickly, and it does work. And I was just reading a research article today that in Japan, they were looking at vitamin products, and in particular tablets, that over half of the tablets they analyzed, and in Japan, generally they make very high-quality products.
Right.
But tablets, they weren't bioavailable, so they couldn't go to work in your body. What this product is designed to do, it's an ultrafine powder in a capsule. It goes to work quickly, and it delivers the nutrients in a fashion so they can be absorbed, so you experience the benefits. And that's the key, that you have to deliver the product in a way that it's going to deliver its benefits. But then at the same time, you don't want to take one of those tablets that will be hard to swallow, yeah, or upset your stomach. And our products all of them, without exception. They won't upset your stomach. They won't repeat on you. They deliver the benefits, and they never deliver any problems at all.
We mentioned the most reviewed product of all time, perhaps, certainly the most 5-star reviews. I'm just going to read a couple if that's okay, Andrew, because they are compelling. This first one is from Mary in South Carolina. Outstanding, she says. I originally purchased a hair, skin, and nails product at the drugstore, but after 8 months of no improvement, I switched to Andrew's capsules. Wow, what a difference. Within 3 months, my nails are strong and growing longer every day. My hair has also changed a lot, as well as my skin. This product is on my must-have list permanently. That's the thing, folks. Be warned, once you start, you'll never want to be without. I'll do one last one. Thicker eyelashes. I've been on this supplement about 3 months now and was pleased with the smoother skin and improved texture of my hair. But my biggest surprise that I noticed the other day is the volume of my eyelashes has improved dramatically. At 53, this is something I never would have anticipated. This is now a permanent part of my daily regimen. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew, you have often spoken about years ago how perhaps this wasn't the first product on your list that you wanted to develop. You know, as a vanity product, it's amazing the extra confidence, though, it's given so many people.
Well, it's funny. At first, I was making products that I took very seriously, that were making omega-3s that could, of course, that are healthy for your heart and for your brain and for your eyes. Lutein and zeaxanthin, the first company to offer CoQ10 in the United States. So we were doing all of these things that were very serious in terms of our health and well-being and nutritional supplements. And a vanity product, as you called it, it just didn't seem to me to be serious enough, even though I knew I could make a great product in terms of benefits to hair, skin, and nails. So I waited a while before I introduced it, but once I introduced it, and one of the letters I received when I first introduced this product, it was before we were posting reviews online, and one of the letters I received talked about the fact that kind of repeated, I always say no vitamin, no dietary supplement can be offered to cure or treat or prevent a disease. And what they said in that letter is your healthy hair, skin, and nails actually does prevent and treat a disease. And it's the disease of low self-esteem. And saying in the letter that that's what most of us suffer from in some fashion. So if this could, in some small way, some little way, contribute to our feeling better about ourselves, then I guess, as that letter said, it does treat something.
Well, it is a formula that has evolved over time. Today, it's more powerful, more effective than it's ever been. We invite you to shop. It's our monthly special pricing, so a wonderful day to take advantage of healthy hair, skin, and nails. See and feel the difference that it has for you.